The police is a very important stakeholder group, and over the years we found that the maximum number of complaint cases relate to police and human rights issues. About 35% of the complaints which we generally receive in the commission, those relate to police matters. Wrongful arrests, sometimes torture also, custodial killings. In order to address these issues of human rights violation cases, we need to target the particular stakeholder group, and that is the police. And this program, in collaboration with the Indira Gandhi Open University, was established because it was felt that while it is important to have police personnel targeted for human rights education programs, they are not generally available for a long time away from their headquarters, away from their duties. So distance education or the online training can be used to reach them, and to reach them in large numbers. Indira Gandhi Open University also has the infrastructure for providing online training. They also have a law faculty. We've conducted initial programs, and these are in the form of basic program for the sub-inspector level, the constable level, who really matter on the ground, and as well as a training of trainers program. But its strengths are definitely that the police personnel can relate to the issues which they face on the ground. The course material is really good. Another strength of the course is that through the online technique, through the distance education mode, a lot of people can be covered through this training program. And the facilitators from the commission, they play a very important role because they can relate to each and every subject. They can answer whatever queries are there, whatever doubts, especially relating to the human rights.
The regular reporting that we do and monitoring that we do on regular basis give us some indications where the problems are and where we should focus on in our training and capacity building programs with the government officials, especially security agencies with issues related to torture. For example, we have realized that we have to focus more working with the civilian police on the cases of torture. We have also realized that we should not really only focus on the low-rank police officials, but we have to go to the higher officials. We have targeted also the interrogation, because generally torture happens in the first period of detention. So within the first 24 hours, it's always like they want to extract the most information they can. It is really very obvious that when we target our programs, we have to look at those specific officials who are responsible for that. And it is reflected in our program. When it comes to high-rank officials, we don't call them trainings. We call them workshops, seminars, dialogue, constructive dialogue with them, because the first minute you tell them that you are going to be trained, they will back up, and it will be very difficult to bring them to those training sessions. So first and foremost, we usually have open discussions or seminars where we bring to their attention that torture is a crime and that it is prohibited under customary and international law. I know anybody who has committed that has the individual responsibility and could be any time charged for those allegations if proven to be right. Sometimes you think that there's no impact, but in some incidents it was very remarkable that one of the high-rank officials told me, you know, this trainer from your commission, every time I wanted to use torture, I would refrain from that because I remember what he was telling me. Sometimes when you do the training for the lower rank officials, they always tell you that don't speak to us, we get instructions. So here you have also to say that in cases of given such instructions, you are individually responsible and you should not accept that. So I think you don't perhaps see it on the short term, but on the long term, it's always in their minds, and they realize that torture is prohibited. So I want to be optimistic that we can really make change, and that definitely these trainings and capacity building for security agencies and government officials on issues of combating torture and so on are very important.